Well, one of the big influences I've had in my life has been my grandfather. He was a builder and past president of the real estate board, and he's owned farmland, and I've always been around real estate and listened to it at the dinner table. And that was something that I've always been fascinated with, and now I've been a realtor for 4 years, and the public kind of approached me about running for this position because there hasn't had any opposition from my opponent in the past 20 years. She had an opposition, I believe, in a primary, but in a general election. And, I think my opponent's a wonderful lady, but not to take anything away from her, but we don't know if she's doing a great job, good job, or a bad job, because there's no checks and balances in 20 years about anybody ever running against somebody. I'm passionate about public service. I was a former township trustee in Madison Township. That's the county's most populous township. That was quite a daunting task. I achieved that when I was 25 years old. I was a very young man when I got into it. That was quite an interesting experience. But I did my best. I tried to make sure that I did my conscience well and helped as many people as possible. And I think all my previous experience working with people in the public and the private sector is going to help me be able to really base that office in a customer service-based orientation to where we're able to help people. The recorder's office does have some online stuff, but I feel that there's room for improvement. And I also feel that, my wife and I and people that we associate with, a member of the Richland Professionals, we're dedicated to making this community a better place. And my son that's 2 years old, I want him to have opportunities that I didn't have when I got out of school, because Mansfield doesn't look like it did back in 1998. And the people that have put forth that effort, if the next generation doesn't pick up and take off where they left off, it's going to go right back to where it was. And I don't want to see that happen. I want to build on the progress that was made, not take away from it. One of my top priorities is the security. The main thing is the security of our private information is the top priority that I do my best to safeguard against it. And my experience with technology, we're one of the most technological advanced real estate companies in the world. So I come from a good background with Coldwell Banker, and that's the thing that I think is my biggest concern, is the security, making sure that our public information is accessible right at your fingertips, but the private stuff is kept private, and we do our due diligence to make sure that information doesn't get breached from any outside sources. What makes me the best candidate for this position is my vested interest in the community. We've invested our time, our money, our resources into this community, so I have a stake in making sure that it succeeds.